Here we are, folks. It's a gorgeous Thursday. It's going to get ice cold this weekend. We're playing our last round of golf. There's a tournament coming up, so me and my dad are in this tournament on Sunday, and it's going to be ice cold. It's getting into that time. I can't believe we got it sunshine this late into the season. But it's a beautiful day in the shop. The weather feels amazing. We got some ridiculous products here on the table that I'm going to be showing off to you guys from Tuesday's show, which I was not a part of on Tuesday. But I got the chat here, folks, and this is the Annealer reveal. So if you have questions, shoot them at us. These were a couple custom orders done, a couple one-of-a-kinders from the show, and a giveaway, drinkware themed show. And we did have some crazy gnomes, one-of-a-kinder gnomes, for sale on the product table. And there's still about 5 out of 12, it seems, still available. They're on the website, on the Gathering Point page. But take a look at them. We're going to say what up to everyone here. We got Dawn, first comment. I don't know what kind of surprise or prize you get for that, Dawn, today, but I do see on a lot of viral posts and whatnot, everyone's itching to be first comment when someone famous posts something. So, Dawn, you nailed it today. Super cool. Hope you're having a great day. We got Dana in the house, Sharon, the birthday girl's watching. I don't know what you're doing for your birthday, Sharon, but you're seeing at least what kind of sweet custom order turned up from Tuesday that we made for you. Happy birthday to you. We got Aoife on YouTube. Dawn said thanks for working the polls on Tuesday. Dawn, it was a pretty cool experience and everyone. That's why I wasn't here on Tuesday. First time doing it. Really just a cool experience, and everything went so smooth. It was amazing. We were packed. Huge voter turnout. It was we had 100 voters less than what happened during the presidential election in 2020. So that's a lot of voters. It was just our precinct and the next precinct over were in the same spot. We were 5 voters off. We had almost 500 voters in each precinct. That's one portion of our small city here in Dearborn. So that's super cool. It was great to be a part of that, and a worthy reason to not be on Tuesday's show. And it sounds like these guys back here, Joey and Chris and Marissa and Michelle, everyone handled it, and it sounds like it was a pretty high energy, really cool show. So I hope you guys watched. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's get into what's going on here. Kathleen, what's happening? Bo's talking about the Bo beautiful piece. Nice one. We got Kelly's on YouTube. What's happening, Kelly? Terry's saying I gotta pour some drinks and test each vessel in this reveal. That was actually what we all did here yesterday. We made sure they worked perfect. We tested the leverage on each handle, and we promise you guys these are high quality drinking vessels. Another big happy birthday. Sharon's got a happy smile, birthday smile on her face. We love to hear that because you can't see you right now, but I did see you the other day. Sharon came in when we were teaching one of our 100% hands-on classes, and she got to talk with Joe for a bit, but I just couldn't step away. It's one of our highest tiered classes we offer on the website, and it was a total personal, immersive experience for this really cool couple. They came from Grand Rapids for it, and I did get to see her briefly then, but another happy birthday to Sharon, big time. Dave Worth is watching. We got Sherry. Kirsten's on YouTube. Kirsten, what's happening? We missed you. Thanks, Don. Looking good. So we got coming up on 40 people watching live. You never get as many as we do on our Tuesday show because we're in the middle of the day. We're all in the middle of the workday. We want to get these shown to you guys so we can ship them off and or have whoever got them done come pick them up in-house here and get them ready to go. I haven't had the chance to sign any of them yet, but I will be doing that right after this show so I can get them over to Robin, and the ones that are going are going to get gone. But let's get into it. I don't know the order of the way it went down on Tuesday, so I'm going to just figure it out myself and go right down the line here. We got the order sheets here. What was first? Recycle mug. This one. Sharon's. Yours. And then the giveaway. Okay. This mug is hardcore. This is a beastly sweet thing, and the beauty is the depth of the recycle here. So awesome, and it looks like gold brown was on top of it. So let me give you guys the up close. This is a sweet, look at the shape of this mug. Super unique, super blinged out, nice runner down the handle here in blue. Beautiful thing about this iridescent color, when you put a runner on the back, it can't iridize because it's covered. So look at the way the blue shines through a little different on the back side than it does on the handle here. This was laid on beautifully. It looks like it was put on real hot, nice even pinches. Thumb saddle, 4-finger saddle. When you got this slip, your thumb's cozy here, your fingers cozy here. That's a comfortable, sturdy, tasty, delicious mug right there. Super nice handle. I love the way this is what I've been working on, trying to get this squish down as smooth as he does here. And I see the way he does it. He takes a tool in here, he goes, and then he comes back up and squishes out the handle. The timing of that, you literally have just seconds to make that move happen, and he's a master at it. You got the gold brown spaghetti all over the body here. Ridiculous Rosetta foot on the bottom. GA stamp right on the side there. And it just turned out, I'll be signing it right here, just turned out super clean. I love the shape, I love the size, it's totally unique, and that's what happens when you're making one-of-a-kinders. They turn out incredible like that. So this one sold live on the show, and I'll get your name for you here. This one is going to Wendy McInnes. Super cool. I believe we'll be shipping that one out, and this is just a sweetie. I think it's got to be 23, 24 ounces on the bigger side for some sort of delicious drinking beverage, and pretty big sweet piece made by Joey and Chris on the show for the warmer-upper. Super cool. Sharon says hi to the guys in the back working hard over here.
Hardly working.
Or hardly working, Joey said. We had one heck of a morning here, you guys. All three of us were in here making snowmen.
Wrestling snowmen.
We were wrestling snowmen. That's exactly right. That's the first time we've done it as a 3-person team. And when you're making snow people, you got to have someone starting, because the core, the amount of white, and then the encasement and the shaping of the body takes about 10 minutes to get that done. So one person's starting the body, then they hand it off to the team of 2 that adds the accents, the eyes, the hats, and then sticks it onto the base and puts it into the box. This is something that we all were finding our roles in it, and I talk about all the time, the production line. And the most satisfying thing for me as a glass blower is when we have our roles and everyone's doing it efficiently, they're doing it hot, they're making it clean, and that was not the case this morning, I can tell you that. We were all over the place, things were not going smooth, and we took some deep breaths, we put on some calm music, took a little break, got back to it. We got a few nice ones in there, but it's a learning process, and Matt's new to the shop. Joey's back in town. He hadn't made snowman in a few years, and we need to get our things flowing together. And it was a beautiful day of figuring that out, and we're only going to get better from here. And what I kept telling myself is the more we struggle with it now, the better it's going to feel when we do make 10 of them in a row that are perfectly clean. That's the process of glass blowing. We were getting frustrated, but you got to shake it off and keep rolling with it. So that's what we're going to do. But these guys then moved on to, after lunch right now, they're making, and they're looking really good, I might say. Yeah, baby. They are making mini snails. And so I'm going to take this one away because that's a jumbo. That's a normal sizer. That's what we're shooting for there. But mini snails are something that's fresh and new to these guys. They've been working through it. They're doing awesome, and they're not an easy product either. Sometimes even the bigger ones are easier because of the details, the fine points. And if you guys are new, this is one of the snails they had up here. We make amazing little sweet, awesome little glass snails. Look at those little eyes. But the details of pulling out these eyes, getting the bottom flat, this little spot here, getting a stamp onto the bottom of the mini ones. There's a ton of fine detail and difficult things along the process. So these guys are doing a great job. They made about 5 or 6 clear ones first, and then they moved on to, now they're doing them in colors, and they're looking really good. Big kudos to those guys. Oh yes, beautiful. I see the word beautiful a few times here. Awesome. So moving on from that then, we went to this custom order. If I remember correctly, this was a custom order from Dave for his friend, Mike Lopez. And if I heard the emails correct, they're in a robotics club together. Mike's a really good buddy of his, and Dave had a really sweet psychedelic mug made back a while ago, if you guys remember that one. It came from the experimental show. It had 5 or 6 or 7 different bar color mixed psychedelic swirls on the body, and it was a larger mug. We made that for him on the gathering point. It turned out amazing, and then he wanted to go ahead and get a piece for one of his best buddies so that he could see the process and see how it works. And I don't know if, Mike, you were on the show or if he's sending the link for a later date, but this piece turned out exactly how we were envisioning it. And we actually had a picture from Dave, because Dave is a beginning, well, maybe not beginning, but he's been working with glass for a little bit now, and he's been watching our shows to kind of get a leg up and understand some of the processes and learn how a mug gets put together. And so he actually sent me a picture of a soap dispenser that he had made that had this almost exact same twisted color vortex texture to it, but it was blue. And he said, something like this, Mike's colors are this, this, and this, and we opted for black accents. Sometimes if you put too many colors onto a mug, it gets a little bit out of control, so we went with the red and the white, didn't go with the yellow, and decided to go with black, simple accents. A beautiful rope handle. Look at the texture on this handle. Look at the connection down here, kind of like a pumpkin stem begins. And it just holds so nice for a larger hand, 4 fingers in there, super cozy. And then, I mean, it's just the classic thumb saddle here, another one when you come straight from the furnace with hot, clear glass, to let it sit right down into that crevice and give it a squish. You see that magnifying effect on the handle. This piece turned out incredible, exactly like I envisioned it. I spoke with Chris on the phone before the show and explained the custom orders to him and what I was thinking, and no communication was lost. Chris picked it all up like a champ, and Joey was bringing obviously some perfect applications, some perfect bits and assistance, and that's a top-notch clean mug. The proportions of it are beautiful. Same with this one. As you get to be a bigger, taller mug, getting the handle a little wider, a little bit bigger to match. Proportions are huge, and that was something that we were struggling with too with the snowman this morning. It was like maybe the head was a little small, or the body was a little big, or the hat got too big on top. Proportions are a huge deal with glass blowing, and it all comes from your first gather out of the furnace. So that turned out really nice though. Really good. The perfect one to watch, Sharon, I'd say. Awesome. Dave said, looks perfect. Dave, I'm glad you're watching right now. I love to get that. Sometimes on some of the larger orders, some of our really good customers, if I don't hear back from you after making a custom order, I like to reach out to you guys and see what the deal is, because for us, getting, even if it's just a short email, look at that. What is that, a blue? That's that opal blue. Opal aquamarine. I love that blue. Look at that twist. Almost looks like a lollipop. It's beautiful. It's coming along, folks. It's coming right along. It's really nice to get an email or confirmation that you guys saw the process, you're happy with the order, and if you're not happy, let us know too. We'd like to know that as well. But awesome that you're here, Dave. Love to hear that it turned out good. That one's from Mike Lopez. Mike, I hope you love it, and if you watch the show, I hope they said some nice words to you as well. From there, then, it sounds like they went on to the second custom order of the night. This one is for Sharon. This is partially birthday special for herself, partially just she was ready for another sweet piece to add to her collection. She saw one of our pieces that had a sweet bow tie on it. We made another one like that for it was Tim Bennett a couple shows ago, the Holly mug. She wasn't interested in the leaves and the berries. She just loved this beautiful bow tie. And you can see that bow tie up close, perfectly proportioned. Chris did a great job. Beautiful stem on it. Look at the elegance of the stem here. Look at how tight that is with the GA stamp on the bottom. When we wrote this up, Sharon, what I didn't say, and the only thing I was ready for the challenge if I was going to be the one to make this, was getting a red foot to squeeze well with the footing tool. Red is such a stiff color. The bit's got to be brought over perfect and round and hot. And look at how symmetrical this foot is. Joey must have brought Chris over something real nice, and Chris, as he does with the footing tool, handled it like a champ. He also, this isn't a color pattern that Chris works with well, or often, I mean. He nailed this white vortex on the body. The most beautiful thing about this color pattern is when you fill this up, Sharon, with red wine, this is probably going to be one of the nicest red wine drinking glasses we've made in quite a while, because you're going to have beautiful white stripes backed by that deep, beautiful red. It's going to be so gorgeous, and I'm in love with this piece. Another one that's literally exactly like we envisioned it, like Chris and I spoke about. Hopefully, Sharon, like you were imagining as well. And I wanted to show off, too, what Chris had to look at and what I had to look at. This is a really cool way to do custom orders. Sharon brought in, she was jotting down ideas for this piece. I hope this is cool that I'm showing this off, Sharon. She basically listed the things that she liked and the things that she was thinking about. Jewel red, frosty, texture, red bow, not a mug. She gave us all these different points. Nothing too specific, but good points on what she's looking for, what she knows we're capable of, and she let us kind of take the reins on it a little bit. So I hope this is turning out exactly like she liked it. The reins, the holiday reins. There's a little reindeer right down here. But I did also notice earlier, look at this, Miss Sharon Watch right here. She's got her own Humane Society printed note cards. Sharon must be an animal lover. I think we already knew that though. Super cool, beautiful piece, and really proud to have that one coming out of the shop here for sure. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Nice color twist on that snail, they say. Bow tie spot on. Christmas glass. Heck yeah. A cranberry mule. What is a cranberry mule? Instead of ginger beer, it's got cranberry juice. I would love some cranberry juice. That sounds delicious. Send it over here, Dawn. Throw a recipe in the chat. Amazing. Love it a lot. Moving on, Joey was pumped to pull this one out of the box, and we were super excited about it. Look at this ridiculous action here. I mean, are you serious? Joey said they put it on the rollers right here so that they were able to get this super fine spiral instead of having a thicker piece on it. But I mean, this color pattern's insane. This piece is sold. You guys remember this one for custom orders if someone's interested. This is out of control. Multicolored handle on either side. Beautiful clean bottom on it. And wait till you see this angle. Boom. Tough to kind of focus on, but there's a spider right in there on the bottom. Can you guys see it? The bow tie termination, Joey's saying, but it does definitely look like a spider right down in there. Stamp on the side. Because, I'm assuming here from Joey's perspective, because there was so much going on in the mug and a little bit going on the handle, he didn't go for a runner, didn't put a foot on it, just kept this as simple as he could with the most detailed, crazy color pattern. This is a tight one and just a really gorgeous piece. Another one to come out of the shop here. And that one was for, not Wendy, Dave. Dave Worth got himself another one. So Dave's, that one was for Mike, and then this one he bought for himself so that potentially they're both going to be signed with the same show number. They can get together and watch the show together, and or just as they're drinking out of their own mugs, they can remember the show number and go back and reminisce about the creation of these, remember how they got put together. That's what the custom orders are about, and that's what the live videos are about. So that's pretty darn cool. Super tight. Katrina said, so many people wanted this black and white mug. Make more. Uh-oh. Katrina's got a beautiful mug collection. Maybe we'll have to be getting one of those out there to her eventually soon here. We will be making more. You got it. We got a lot of Christmas products coming up, but we will sneak drinkware in there for sure, and we will not forget that sweet mug. Super tight. Super awesome. Dave said I couldn't help myself. Must have had quick fingers if everyone was loving that one that much. To finish it off, while the recycled glass is at the very bottom of the tank, these guys made a ridiculous dark blue, beautiful optic twist glass. The texture on here is really nice, really prominent. You look down the middle, beautiful vortex. What? Was that good? Beautiful piece. Look how thin it is, too. I mean, that is some high-tech glass blowing right there. A little bulge for a little extra room in the glass, tankard style. And that's a gorgeous water glass. Any kind of mixed strength, really anything that's a high-functioning, sweet, paper-thin, beautiful tumbler. That's going to be the giveaway for next week. And I noticed Sam just said, love that shade of blue. The blue we have right now, we are literally on, if the tank is this tall, we're down here because we got something special coming up. We're digging out the tank. Starting Sunday night, we're going to fill it up with something, and it's not going to be recycled glass, but you guys are going to see it. It has to do with our signature ornament that's coming up next week. We're going to make it, get it photographed, and it's just out of control. You guys are going to be blown away. You'll see it on the show. It's going to be really cool, and I promise you guys are going to love it. That is pretty much everything there. Any other questions you guys have, shoot them my way. I do want to let you know that November 20th, I know they spoke about it on the show, is our VIP holiday show. We're not completely decided on tickets and how they're going to get done. To just know that if you are already a VIP member and you're paying $5 a month to support, be patrons of the art and be sponsors of all these shows we do, your ticket's going to be included no matter how it ends up to be. And we're figuring out all the details on that. Seems like it went from pumpkin season right into holiday season in literally like a week. I don't know how that happened so fast, but we're doing it, and we're going to give you guys all the information you need. If you have questions, please reach out to us on the website, reach out to us here, but it's going to be an incredible show. We already have a nice batch of penguins, one-of-a-kind penguins made. We have about 4 or 5 3-tier snowmen made, big, crazy son-of-a-guns. We're working. We got our signature cane established, which we're going to release soon. Signature ornaments coming out here in the near future, and then every other product, we're going to be putting a little bit of a holiday twist onto it. We're talking about snails and slugs. Snails and slugs, getting a little bit of a holiday twist on them, a special display of those, and it's pretty much just going to be another 4-hour show that you don't want to miss out on. So book your date, November 20th, 2 to 6 p.m. We're doing it on a Sunday instead of a Thursday so that you guys can, either we get a different crowd or we just see what you guys like. If you prefer that date better, we're looking for feedback. But stay tuned for tickets, when you can get those, how it's going to go down. And again, we're about to put in our t-shirt orders for those sweet, flaming, hot shop Glass Academy t-shirts that say "Gotta have it hot" right on the back of them. So if you guys are interested in grabbing one of those, I know quite a few customers have pre-ordered those. We're doing a one-time shirt order. So if you want to get a shirt with us, purchase one online for a pre-order, give us your size, long sleeve, short sleeve, and we're going to put in one big order and get those for the hot shop and get those to the select customers that make those purchases as well. So that's going to be super cool. John, you're on the right track, but I'll tell you, it might not be red this year. Might be something crazy. We're going to see. Everyone I know loves the red, but this is going to be different. Nothing like red. And maybe I'll give another hint that it's not going to be transparent. Maybe at one time it will, but it might strike, and we're going to have something that I've personally never worked with before. So here we go. So boom, there we go. I can talk about the shirts one more second. Yes, Sharon, the shirts are on the website. I think we're going to maybe put up a link for them, link's coming up here in a second. And yes, the shirts are on the website. When are we making that order? When do they have to purchase by? Today. So there you go, you guys. Tell your friends, maybe make a post on the Glass Academy Addicts. I'll make a post right after this. I'll write it down. Here we go. and make sure that you guys have one last opportunity to purchase those shirts because they're going to be sweet, and we want you guys to be a part of it. Link is in the chat. Thank you, Marissa. Sharon says aloha, Marissa.
Aloha, Sharon.
And that's it. Everyone's calling your name, Sharon. There we go. That seals the deal right there, folks. Hope you guys have a great Thursday. We're going to get a million things done today. We'll get a million things done tomorrow, and we'll just keep rolling. Have a lovely Thursday wherever you guys are in the world watching us, and provecho.